Welcome to the EQ Video Tip. I'm your host, Eric Forsetter. As always, welcome to another terrific edition of the EQ Video Tip. Before we jump in, let's review the goals of EQ Video Tip. Welcome back. We're at the second half of the Adaptable Leader, the new holy grail in leadership. And last time we talked about how to become one. We'll add a few more tips on that, as well as how to discover and hire the next generation of great leaders that are out there for our organization. Let's jump in right now. Tip number one, grow, don't judge. And while it sounds simple, a lot of us are quick to judge our own performances or someone else's. And it's important because if you take that growth mindset, it actually implies that your performance, whether positive or negative, is a reflection of your current skills, which can always be improved. Because you're always thinking, I can do better. And folks with the growth mindset, they actually relish taking challenges and taking risks, because mistakes and setbacks, which are going to happen a lot, are not a reflection of themselves. Rather, they're just preparation for their current ability to become better and become more adaptable. If you think about that growth mindset and self-motivate yourself every day to say, hey, I'm going to learn from my mistakes and I will improve every time I acquire a new skill or every time I mess up, it will allow you to get more positive outcomes and grow with self-improvement and self-actualization all the time. So take that growth mindset and don't judge. Tip number two, doing the right thing is more important than just doing things right. So many people just want to do things right that they worry about their contribution to the team as opposed to doing the right thing. The less anxious you are about getting it right, the more focus you'll have on actually finding a solution for the problem at hand. And it's so important because you won't get tripped up with unnecessary perfectionism, which many of us get into. Instead, you'll be closer to perfect, but faster to getting the feedback that you need immediately to become better, as well as to perform the tasks that you need. Most worthwhile tasks they're not easy out for you to do, but the struggle is for mastery is something that we should enjoy, something that we have to work on. It's the journey that gets us there as opposed to just looking for that destination. So make sure that you do the right thing as opposed to just doing things right. Tip number three, assemble a team of constant learners. Sounds pretty simple, but it's actually kind of hard. How do you find that constant learner? How do you find that growth leader that you want with that gamer mindset, with a rookie mindset all the time? Well, there's some questions you could ask, like, what have you started? Or how would you describe yourself in your own words? Or how would a colleague describe you in adjectives? Or what current trends are you seeing in your profession? Or more importantly, what new things have you tried recently? You'll find that these questions have a lot of EQ type answers in them. And if you find the person with the right EQ, you will find that leader you're looking for. Those adjectives that they use to describe themselves, or the projects, or the growth mindset, they're all within those questions. Hopefully you're finding people who will help become the next leader in your organization. Our last tip, cultivate constant learning within your team. How do you do this? Well, from the time that someone walks into the office, make it clear that you're excited that they joined and you really believe that they're going to make a difference, and give them the opportunity to use that growth mindset, whether it's with your team or on a team call. I'll encourage them all to talk and participate, as well as give them cultural literacy. Ask them what they think they're going to grow at in the next month, in the next quarter, in the next year, and how they're going to grow professionally as well as personally. In doing so, you'll cultivate a culture of constant learners on your team and make the best learners as well as the best leaders possible. That's a wrap for this week's EQ video tip. Hopefully these tips will help you become the best leader on your team, as well as encourage leaders to join your organization and grow as well. Take these tips and make them yours, and hopefully use them to become the best leader out there. So that concludes our EQ video tip for today. Try incorporating some of these tips into your daily routine. But remember, use what works best for you and personalize it for yourself. Thank you always to our great research team for providing us with some great tips today. As always on EQ Video Tip,
we want to end with gratitude. So thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Here are some resources that you can use if you want more information on EQ going forward. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thank you.